Yeah, very welcome to this new episode of Off to 7,000 Islands. And today we just gonna talk about elections here in the Philippines, and that's from an outside perspective, a German living in the Philippines perspective. And I just share that for you. If you are a Filipino, then you know this stuff already, and you can skip to the end. I have a few tips as a psychologist how your election could run a little bit better. Very neutral and nothing to do with parties and politics itself, but there's a few things I see here. Many sort of politicians make a mistake, and there's actually a lot of research about how to make your campaigns better. So give you a few tips, and for the others that might be interesting as well. But let's get into the video. So first of all, my name is Eric. I live here in the Philippines in the province in Mindoro, so that's like far off from everything really important. But it is right now, today is, when you see this video, is the election for the local barangays. So that's the city districts or town districts and so on. And it's not the mayor, but the level below that, and then they have the barangay captain and the barangay council, basically. So there's a few places, and we live here directly in the city center, so we get a lot, and here's the most competition, I guess, as well. But I want to show you like something what you can experience here, what you at least don't experience in Europe. That's what I can say, and I don't think you see that a lot in North America either. So that's something interesting, so let's have a look. Yeah, you have seen it, loudspeakers, the candidates, they make their own songs and then they sing it, so that's a jingle basically for them, and it's their advertising. So it's quite interesting for some outsider, because like I think in Europe, I mean, most of the campaigning has moved online, and I think here, even in the province, that should also be the case. I think people should do more online campaigning than they do. But that's just on the side. I think you need to reach, especially the young people, motivate them to vote and get them involved into politics, because only then you can actually change something. And I at least hear a lot of complaining, but then you could actually do something on a smaller level, maybe different, if you join and try to make something different in your part of town. But anyway, these loudspeakers, they go around, and this is for the little elections, but this is also in the big elections and the presidential election. It goes long and it's loud and it's a lot. And for me, as a German, the German politicians are very removed from the public, sort of not very approachable. While here, it's much more approachable. I mean, I met here more politicians than I met ever in Germany. And not just the small politicians, but also on just the sort of governor's level and so on. And it's interesting to see that, and that is similar to the UK, where I also lived. And there, like, I met the councillors, town, city, and so forth, and shires and whatever. Like I met a lot of politicians because they're more approachable, even though it gets less because of the security reasons. But I found this always kind of nice. I mean, I'm not so keen on every half an hour someone with a loudspeaker driving past my house, but I think that's still better than what we do in Germany, at least. So to put it into perspective, I think here, yeah, I think when they have good speakers and they have a good song, it's actually quite entertaining. So, but the one you heard is actually from a cousin of mine. So I know he doesn't mind if I put it here in the video. So, but yeah, of course they have the posters and all the stuff out as well, and they talk to people, and I don't know. Like I don't personally get involved into all this because there's too many pitfalls, and as a foreigner, I think you can only lose and never win. And I encourage young people to, if they want to change something, then they should talk about it and this kind of things, but not to me, but where they actually need to be heard. So that's the kind of only thing what I ever do. I keep away from all the other stuff. And some elections, when they're really contentious, I think it's also really recommended to stay away because it could be a bit dangerous. If you design your post, but in generally,